Okay. It's Lisa and Laura. You guys ready?
No.
Okay. All right. Ready now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, are you two studying? Lisa probably met up with Laura because she was worried about her.
Yeah, we both figured we had a lot of art to brush up on. It's probably not our most important subject in the grand scheme of things, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't try.
I've never had to deal with a series of exams right in a row like this. Laziness could very well be tantamount to failure. Would you like to join us, Reen?
I'd love to. Exam's supposed to be focused on the basics of illustration, right?
You got it. Let's get started. How about you ask the first question, Reen?
Sure. Okay, first question. Lisa, what is a decen?
I think it's a drawing that makes use of monochrome lines of varying heaviness to highlight the way light hits its subject.
You think correctly. So, Laura, what exactly is a sketch?
A sketch portrays its subject roughly, with very little in the way of detail. I suppose it could be likened to an earlier first draft of a drawing.
That's right. Sketches and decens are basically two sides of the same coin, since both are used to start a painting. The big difference is that decens usually take some time to finish, whereas sketches are pretty quick.
There's a method that's even quicker and more basic than sketching. Any idea, Laura?
Doodling.
Is it croquet?
I have no idea.
Usually
Anyone
the
speak
answers are
French?
Silence. Xander? Any input?
Croquis is apparently how it
I
is
think
pronounced.
croquis. Okay.
Yeah, I was like,
I just
like a
googled it.
croquette.
Croquis.
No, that would be croquis, I believe.
You two know your stuff, but maybe that just means we should be using harder questions to study with. Let me see if I can find some.
if you want, I can ask the next set of questions. It's hardly effective studying if you don't get to answer any questions yourself.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. Give me a minute here and I'll find a really good one.
Well, if you insist. Maybe we should have expected this.
He really is a kind-hearted person.
Oh, it's already time to head home. I didn't realize because of the rain. Guess we should get ready to head back to the dorms.
Excuse me? I do apologize for stopping you on a rainy day like this. Do you know if this is the building in which I might find the principal's office?
Oh, yeah, you're in the right place. His office is in the East Wing, first floor. The receptionist might have gone home already, but I can show you the way if you'd like.
Thank you for your kindness, but I couldn't possibly trouble you more than I have already. I'll be able to find the way, I'm sure. Well then, if you'll excuse me, Master Reen.
She's sketchy.
Don't mind us not introducing ourselves.
Sketchy.
Wait a minute. How
Yeah,
does she
Reen.
know who I am?
There it is!
Reen?
Hey there, Elisa. Heading back to the dorm?
Yep. Emma and the others are staying a little longer to cram a little more. But I figured I'm not going to learn much more today, so I might as well call it a night and start prepping for tomorrow.
Right. Well, you're going my way, so what do you say we head back together?
Sure, okay.
Date.
Hey, it's not often the two of us get to walk back to the dorms together, is it?
Well, at least I got something good out of this downpour.
Is there even a filter between your brain and your mouth?
I love that.
No need for that between friends. But you're in good company. My sisters asked me that before, too.
She must be a saint to have put up with you all these years. Anyway, how do you think you did on the exams?
Not sure. I gave it the best I've got. Still, I've got that nagging feeling I could have hit the books a little harder. I wish I was as smart as you. Back when we took the entrance exam, only Emma and Machias scored higher than you, right?
Eustace came in a little higher than me, too. Back home, I usually came in near the top in exams. I guess that goes to show that Arabonia has no shortage of smart people.
No doubt about that. Bookworms pour in here from all corners of the Empire. You said you're from Ruhr, right? Coming out on top in a city that size is still pretty impressive.
I suppose, though that was just at the Sunday school level. Aren't you curious about, my family and stuff?
You mean the mysterious Elisa R., agent of national intrigue? Well, yeah, of course I am. But you probably have good reasons for keeping it under wraps, so I don't want to pry.
It's not that major or anything, especially compared to what you and Fee have told us about yourselves.
I've never really thought my family circumstances were a big deal, though Fee's past sure came as a surprise. I wonder now, when I look at her, what her life in a Jaeger Corps must have been like.
It seems like Instructor Sarah knows more about her past than we do. Back at the entrance ceremony, I got the impression they'd met before.
Same. Oh,
Also
speaking of
same.
weird meetings, I ran into someone kinda strange earlier.
Oh?
Yeah, I was talking to her just before you called to me.
Told one about them.
A maid who knew your name? This isn't the part where it turns out she knows you because you've tried to hit on her in town before, is it?
As if an upstanding guy like me could pull off the Casanova act. She seemed a couple years older than us, maybe 20 or so.
A maid in her early 20s.
Something wrong?
No, just thinking. There's no way it could really have been her. Mother keeps her far too busy to find the time to come here. Ahem. Anyway, maybe the upper class dorm has a new hire starting out or something? Though that wouldn't explain how she knew your name. Maybe you're just more popular than you let on.
If only.
Okay, the first of the degrees. Oh no! We gotta answer questions, guys.
I didn't
This
study
was
for
in
this
one of the
test.
earlier episodes.
Yeah, I have all the answers.
This feels like a bad dream. I didn't study for the test, and I must be naked in class. Ah!
Oh, the worst.
Well, I'm just gonna say, unless you want to sit on the screen for like 5 minutes, just
No,
go
I
ahead
was
and
actually I was
answer.
finding where
I
the
guess
answers were
correctly.
in the sheet.
Okay. Just
I was-
making sure.
Yeah, no, I was
'Cause-
scrolling to find where the answers were.
Ain't no way we're gonna be answering that.
No.
I answered that one when I hit my head correctly.
Oh, you did? Nice.
Congrats. You're a better person than me.
Rough colored
I
watercolors.
watched these repeatedly for clipping.
Much of the styles. Catch. Figure 1 affixed the military formation. What type is currently advancing? Armor dudes. It's like Persona all over again.
So interactive.
This is what they do in the Persona series too. You'll just randomly get asked questions while in school and they expect you to know them.
The things that you actually went over during the role playing earlier actually matter. Little cutscenes.
They do not allow arts without courts. They allow you to use arts because of the courts. Following laws which came into force. Time to Imperial Public Transportation Act. Wow, how do you do CPR? I think you start with the chest compressions and then you do the other stuff.
I feel like well, no. Conscious is the last step, isn't it? No, it's not. Obviously,
If you
it's
can
not.
call for help first, and then you do the conscious. Well, again, no, conscious I would say first. Then call for help if they're not conscious, and then see if they're breathing.
I
and
feel like
then-
conscious and breathing go hand in hand.
Honestly, it's kind of the same. Yeah, that's poorly worded.
Well, obviously, it's D first, so it's the last one, right?
Well, is it though? Because if they're not, if they're just sleeping, you see if they're conscious and they wake up, you don't gotta call for help.
No, D is call for help in a loud voice. So
yeah.
it's
So like, see if they're alive first. If they're not, call for help anyway, I'd say.
I think you would want to call for help regardless because you found a person who is lying on the ground, seemingly passed out.
But again, if they're just sleeping and you go, hey, are you okay? And they go, what the hell are you doing? Because they were sleeping, then it's okay. They're fine.
Ghost, just
It is.
correct answer.
It's BDC or BDAC. You check if they're
Yes,
conscious. If they're not,
Okay.
you call for help. You check if they're still breathing, and then you perform chest compressions.
Because you can
Okay.
do the chest compressions just breathing if they are breathing.
Yeah, because that's not gonna help.
It won't do any good. If they're just unconscious and breathing, you just see if they make sure they stay alive until somebody gets there to help.
Yeah, you basically call for help, and then you wait in case you need to do it.
I brought a beer over to be extra Sarah-like today, so.
Mm.
And what do you know? It looks like the rain ended right along with them. Clearly, this is the goddess's way of rewarding you all for your hard work.
I don't think that reasoning would stand up to scrutiny.
I'm totally spent.
It's over.
You worked really hard, Fee. Whew. Anyway, today's a free day, so take the chance to unwind and blow off all that pent-up exam stress. They'll post the results next Wednesday, so take it easy until then. But don't relax too much, because you've got your next practical exam next Wednesday afternoon, too.
With all the intensive studying, I'd completely forgotten about that.
You could stand to be a little more considerate with the timing of your announcement. So next Wednesday is when we'll know where we're going for our next field study?
Yep. You'll be shipping out that weekend for another exotic trip. Anyway, make the most of tomorrow, everyone. You've earned at least one day off.
I guess I should probably attend club practice once in a while.
Oh, and one more thing. I've got some business to take care of out of town after we've all done here. I won't be back until tomorrow night, so don't, burn the dorm down while I'm gone or anything. Don't put in eye drops while you're trying to read your voice lines. It doesn't work out too well for your being able to read the voice lines.
Oh, now that the exams are over, I feel free as a bird. And I'll keep on soaring, at least until the results come back.
I sympathize, but personally, I've got a good feeling about these. How about you, Emma? How do you think you did?
Well, I don't think I did too badly, all things considered.
Just stop before you embarrass yourself.
We'll just have to wait and see what next week's results look like. Anyway, what do you think that was all about with Instructor Sarah?
Oh, you mean that whole thing about going out of town to meet someone? Going out of town? Won't be back until tomorrow night? It's almost as if...
She's
going
going
on
to
a
meet her
date.
secret lover?
Impossible. The Empire hasn't yet turned out a man desperate enough to woo that alcoholic typhoon.
You have a point. I
I
can't
don't
deny
know.
she's got the looks
I
to
think
stare a man,
Olivier
but
might like her.
that personality and that lifestyle.
You guys are terrible. Totally agreed, though.
Ouch. Not surprised to hear that from you, though, Reen. She always seems to dump the most work on you.
Will you be helping the student council again tomorrow?
That's the plan. Heck, I'm almost looking forward to being the student council's errand boy after holding up studying for so long.
Perhaps so.
Oh, please let us know if you plan on exploring the old schoolhouse.
Yeah, I'd be glad to lend a hand this time.
Thanks. Better watch out, though. I might take you up on that offer.
Ooh, looks like we're all up for a little exploration this time. Come to think of it, where did Gaius run off to? He mentioned the principal wanted to have a word with him. You think he went there?
Oh, yeah. Wonder what that was about.
I hope he hasn't gotten into trouble. I mean, I doubt he would.
I have no idea. Thea and Laura left early too. I was kind of hoping we could all walk back to the dorm together for once. That sounds nice.
Hey, so this might just be my imagination, but do those two seem kind of awkward around each other to anyone else?
Really?
So you think so too?
It seems like it started around the beginning of the month. I wonder if something happened then. It's like
Who's
they've been
up
avoiding
around
each other
who?
ever since.
Fee and
You
Laura.
say that, but I did not take
I
either
think-
as the type to dwell on petty issues or misunderstandings.
Neither did I.
We've been trying to suss out what the problem between them is, but so far, no luck.
I wonder if that's what that was all about.
Did you see something, Machias?
What happened?
Well, do you remember the day we gave our group reports on what happened during last month's field study? We gave a truthful account, including the part where Fee used an explosive to blast open the door to my cell.
Yeah?
That's when we found out that Fee used to be in a Jaeger Corps. That really threw me for a loop, but what does that have to do with Laura?
Well, when that came up, I couldn't help but notice Laura had a rather unpleasant expression. It flashed across her face for only a moment, though, so I wondered if I had just imagined it.
Interesting.
But even if we assume that's true, what reason would she have to be upset?
I can hardly hazard a guess.
We all have certain things we'd rather keep to ourselves. We even have a member of this very class who remains tight-lipped about her own family, after all.
Do you really have to drag me into this?
He did.
My apologies. I meant no offense. I
He's
do have
lying.
my suspicions as to your lineage, however.
Really?
Same.
Ugh, you.
Now, getting angry won't accomplish anything.
You.
Don't worry. We're not going to twist your arm into telling us. When you're ready to talk about it, we'll be ready to listen.
It's not like I'm trying to make a big deal out of it or anything. It's just, if everyone knew, it'd make things awkward between us, and I don't want that.
Welcome back, my lady.
There it is.
Well, it's about to be known.
What? Sharon?
It's so delightful to see you again.
Sharon?
Oh, hey. It's that maid I ran into the other day.
You know her?
What are you doing here? She didn't. Mother didn't.
But of course, I was sent here at the behest of the chairman herself. Starting today, I will be assuming the position of caretaker for Class 7's dormitory.
She's so defeated.
She's like,
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, everyone. My name is Sharon Kruger. I am a servant in the employ of the Rhineford household. Lady Elisa
There it
Stop
is.
that bomb.
I will do all I can to be of service to you, so please keep me informed of anything you might need.
It's out in the open now.
Uh-huh.
well,
Now we
to
know
be
what her
fair,
last
they
name
gave-
is.
Also, I called
They
that
gave
episode
her. I think we all called it. To be
Yeah, it
honest.
was
they
not-
weren't exactly subtle.
No. It's not supposed to. It's supposed to allow the player to inform it, but the characters don't.
They did give her the opportunity to come clean first.
They did, but Sharon did it for her.
Come on, Sharon.
I love
Read the
Sharon.
room.
Sharon is a great
Oh.
character.
Thanks, Sharon.
Simply spectacular. Just how many different types of food are there here?
This looks more than edible.
I believe this is what they call an imperial breakfast.
That's right, Emma. It's a traditional Erebonian style of breakfast. I must apologize. It's taken me some time to familiarize myself with this kitchen, so my cooking has been a bit lackluster.
Come now, Sharon. Your skill is something to be praised. This is far more colorful and varied than the breakfast served in my own home.
I would compare this spread favorably with the breakfast served in the Duke's household.
I'm honored that you think so. I've also brewed both tea and coffee if anyone would like some.
Porque no los dos.
I get the feeling
He's so
Elisa
salty.
is less than impressed with the meal.
It sounds like they had a big argument yesterday.
Not a chance! I thought I'd finally gotten away from her. I'm not going to let her have her way this time.
My lady, please. I truly don't believe the chairman sent me to keep an eye on you like that. She simply sent me so that her beloved daughter might have fewer inconveniences in her daily life.
I can take perfectly good care of myself, thank you very much. Oh, fine! I'll take this up with her myself then. Is she in the office at corporate today, or is she out on inspection or something?
I believe she'll be dining with the Ministry of Railways president in the capital today. After that, she'll be continuing her inspection tour, so she won't be back in Ruhr for another 5 days.
Does she ever slow down? I'm surprised she doesn't burn through a pair of shoes a week. Anyway, I'm not going to take this lying down. She's
Just, you
stuck her
know.
nose into things one too many times.
Everyone's just, casually gathering.
I can't believe that R actually stood for Elisa Reinford. And from the sound of it, her mother's the company chairman, too.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that Elisa's mom is basically in charge of the continent's biggest industrial company. Her family's probably got more money than most of the aristocracy. I can see why she'd want to keep her family under wraps, what with all the nobles here.
Anyway, I object to everything about this. Considering how busy Mother is, I'm sure she needs your assistance far more than I do.
I knew it. You're really concerned about her, aren't you? The way you two care so much for each other deep down is one of the reasons I'm so proud to serve you.
That's preposterous.
Oh, my lady, I almost forgot to mention that I made plenty of your favorite apricot jam. Would you like me to spread some on your toast?
Ooh, really? I mean,
Broke
stop
her.
treating me like a child. Though yes, I would like some jam.
It's almost heartwarming to watch.
Looks like Sharon's got her number.
Schoolhouse. Born to be horrible. And secret admirer. Oh, this. We're doing this one. This one is great. We will do that side one. This one's George and Angelica. That's a bike. They need help. Looks like I'll have to swing by engineering club before I head to the old schoolhouse. Well, this is the first sun I've seen in days, so I might as well make the most of it. Alright, let's do this. Alright. I need to go out. Where did it say Vincent was going to be?
There you go.
Behind the storage building. Okay. I think it's this one. Yeah. Excuse me. Is your name Vincent by any chance? I don't remember who voices Vincent.
Xander was like kind of Olivier, but snobbier somehow.
Indeed, it is. Standing before you is a nobleman overflowing with love and pathos. The one, the only, Vincent Floald.
Good job.
I presume that you are the Cupid that asked the student council to send me.
He's quite the character. Really seems to like himself, but that's what I've grown to expect from Class 1. I'm no Cupid, but I am here on behalf of the student council, yes.
Haha! And may you still well serve my purposes. Allow me to congratulate you on making your way here.
So, based on your request and my new nickname, I assume you want me to find someone for you?
Yes, something along those lines. Do you have some time to spare? If so, I shall begin explaining the particulars of my request.
Let's hear it. Please, elaborate on your request.
Haha, fine answer indeed. Although, before we continue... Phew. Seriffa is currently nowhere to be seen.
Now that I think about it, this is kind of an unusual meeting place. Are you hoping to keep this request quiet?
Not exactly. I was merely hoping to avoid things getting meddled in. My father sent Seriffa to the academy to keep an eye on me. As you can imagine, her watchfulness can occasionally be rather constraining.
Huh.
Well, that is apart from the meat of the matter. To be blunt, I have received not one, not two, but 3 passionate love letters of late, and all from a single writer. Curiously, however, the writer in question signs with naught but a nom de plume. What I would request of you, my fine fellow, is to find out just which lovely lady is responsible for these.
That's reasonable, but you sure it's appropriate for me to try to find her? They're anonymous, after all.
Do take a moment to think it over. The fact that she chose to use a pen name rather than remaining completely anonymous is proof of a pining, hopeful heart. In fact, I'm absolutely certain that she wishes for me to find her.
I suppose I'll have to trust your judgment on this one.
What's more, she sent cookies along with her 3rd letter.
Cookies.
Cookies.
I couldn't help but think of Scooby. Yeah, there's cookies. I would hardly be worthy of the florid name if I did not properly thank her, would I?
Yeah, I don't think I could stop you at this point if I tried. Do you have any additional information that you would like to help me? That would help me pinpoint exactly who we're looking for?
I do indeed. The first hint is that she is a first year. As a man well versed in the feelings of beautiful women, I was able to deduce this much from the respectful tone of her letters. Additionally, the fact that she attached a pressed grand rose at the end of each letter may serve as a hint as well.
What exactly is a grand rose?
Oh, heaven forbid. You're telling me you've never heard of the grand rose?
I'm ashamed to say I don't.
Shame is the only proper response for such a gaunt misstep. The grand rose is a magnificent crimson rose and a universal symbol of passionate romance. What's more, it's often associated with confessing one's love for another.
Sounds like the perfect flower for a love letter then.
Quite. Which brings us to why this is a hint. The only way to obtain a grand rose in Trista is to purchase it from the town florist.
So if we ask the florist who's purchased one...
Precisely, we will be able to discover just which shy maiden has sent these letters to me. Would you take on this task for me then?
As long as you don't mind me sticking to the plan we discussed, I don't see why not.
I am truly indebted to you. Based on her pseudonym and her use of a grand rose, I can only imagine Our Lady is the very model of grace.
Now that you mention it, what was the name she used?
Oh, it seems I neglected to mention that very important detail. She calls herself the Grand Maiden. A nickname taken from the daughter of a baron who married into the imperial family long ago. The emperor at the time was so smitten that he gave her countless numbers of grand roses, and so came the moniker.
I see. Can't say I've heard that story before, but it is interesting. This is no time to stand around thinking about it. I'll head over to the flower shop right away.
Very well. I leave this matter in your clearly capable hands. Like the whole time I pictured that voice, my mind immediately thought of in My Hero Academia, the dude who has the navel laser. If you know what I'm talking about. Because he talks very like pompousy, and when he does like the most little thing that's like super pathetic, he's like, oh, like it was the most amazing thing ever, and he's just like, isn't it awesome? I'm just so great.
That rings a bell. I haven't seen that in a long time, but yeah, that rings a bell.
I've only seen like 3 episodes of the show.
I think I watched just the first season so far, but yeah.
I've watched none. I know the characters somewhat from Crunchyroll, just showing clips.
Yeah.
As well, yeah. Then he shoots the laser, naval laser,
Yeah, the
and
naval
he has to
laser
wear the
being
special
pathetic.
belt. And then when he does it, he can't use it for very long because he gets bad tummy aches.
Yes, yes, it's coming back.
He's like, oh, my tummy.
All right. I don't know if it didn't go into a cutscene, so I'm assuming that's not a person we need to talk to. Cool. I'm in the wrong. No wonder I walked into the wrong freaking store. This one. Oh, hi, Fee. Excuse me, would you mind if I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Logan.
I make ghosts.
Oh,
There we go.
Discord.
That was weird.
Discord
I was
server died.
red-barring
Chad
for
changed
so
location.
bad. All I
Yeah,
kept hearing was like.
I was just waiting for it to happen.
I even
Yeah.
said, "Is it me or is that Ghost?" And then I saw
I just heard
the
robots and I just
connection
yelled
go.
in slow-mo, Discord.
I never once heard Mira said anything. All I heard was. And then
Yeah,
like
that's all
he would
we heard.
answer some, and it was like, and it was like disc, and I was like,
Yeah. Discord took a
Just
poop.
you wait, Celtic. Just you wait.
Huh?
He says, ha, I laugh at you. Jin server never died. It's like, just you wait.
Not yet. Not yet, Celtic.
yes, Jin server never died. Incidentally or purposely kicks both of them from the server. Oh no, it died.
Oops. Anyway, we don't think we have a Jane yet.
No, we don't. And she's a kind of minor side character. There's like,
He's
we literally
playing-
talked to her now, and that's it.
Not at all. Go ahead.
Emotional damage.
Sorry, I got emotional damaged.
Ah. It wouldn't be hard to find out if I looked at my records, but I'm not exactly sure I should disclose that information.
Understandably so. I don't intend to do anything with this information that they don't want me to, though. They asked me to keep their identity a secret. That's what I'll do.
I see. Well, if that's the case, I guess I can help you out. Just remember, though, it's your job to give the Mystery Sender your support and nothing more.
I'll wish her the best of luck. This request getting pretty complicated at this point.
Right. I count 3 first years who've made a Grand Rose purchase recently. In class order, first is Beryl from class 3. Then there's Vivi from class 4 and Rosine from class 5.
I see. Thank you very much for the help.
Not at all. Good luck. It's Beryl. I have a feeling it's Beryl. I don't know why, but it's Beryl. Also, was that Fee looking at flowers?
Yep.
It was.
Oh. Good for her.
Can we talk to her?
Yeah. That's what this gonna look, Fee.
Turns out I'll be growing some flowers for the club. But I need to go and get the tools.
See. Sounds tough. Kind of rare to see you this serious about something, though.
It happens. Sometimes.
Should I give her a hand? I don't want to do that yet.
That. She is cleaning it fast.
Excuse me. You're Rosine from class 5, aren't you? Are you having fun, Celtic?
Is there any specific range of voice for Rosine?
Actually, yes. I believe she does have a voice line at one point in the game. Let me find out.
This dance break is brought to you by Celtic.
It's a great dance break.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's a. Let's see. Nope, there's no voice there. I know she has a voice. Okay. Here will be her voice. That is her voice.
Alrighty. That's correct. Why do you ask?
I have a quick, kind of personal question for you. Explained and asked.
Oh no, that certainly wasn't me. I did buy a grand rose, but it was for the purpose of decorating the church.
Oh, I see. Try to ask such an embarrassing question then.
It's fine.
It's Beryl.
Just
I don't know
gonna
how
throw
to
it
write
out there.
that voice description down in my log.
It's
here, but
Beryl.
I'll figure it out.
I don't know in the universe of Trails if the sisters and the fathers can have relationships in this world. I don't know if that's...
Well, Kevin always jokes about it, but I don't know if he actually does or not. Like,
yeah, and like there's obviously like the tension between...
and it seems like Wazzy
Reese and-
joked about
I don't
stuff.
see
Yeah.
why
But,
not
like,
in this world.
They aren't committed to anybody necessarily.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how that ties with real life in this game. I don't know if that's the same or not.
If it's modeled after the traditional church, the answer would be no. But I don't know.
Yeah, that's
how
what I'm
that
saying.
works.
That's why
Yeah.
that's why I'm pointing that out. I was like, I don't know if it is or not in this world. That's not something I've ever thought to pay attention
What do
to.
Japanese priests do?
Well, that's the thing
Depends
is,
on what priest you're talking about.
yeah, because this like the Septian Church is heavily influenced by the Catholic Church,
Then
almost one
probably
for one
no.
in a lot of ways, but not always.
Then probably not.
I would assume not, but I don't think it's ever confirmed or denied, so I don't know. Because it's not like a one-to-one. It's not everything that the Catholic Church does as the Septian Church do, and vice versa. So I don't know.
Are Gralsritter the equivalent of exorcists by the church?
No, the Gralsritter
This is
would have
gonna
been
get
equivalent.
You don't think we have cool knights of like the the faith that like have priest powers?
I just think of exorcists.
No, they would be more akin to the Crusaders.
I was gonna say like Templars would be more similar.
Yeah,
maybe
they're more
compared
akin to the Knights Templar than they are.
which don't exist in the open anymore if they do at all.
Yeah.
So.
Correct. I mean, they don't technically
There's kind
exist
of
in the
a
open in
reason
this
for
world
that.
either, to be honest.
You're right. That's a good point.
But yes, they're more akin to the Knights Templar than they are exorcists. They do exorcisms. That is actually talked about as part of the things that they do.
Oh yeah.
But it is not 100% matched. Honestly, Celtic, I could not tell you what era because I am not wholly familiar with much of the Knights Templar. I only know the points in time when they were out in the open and doing crusades against Jerusalem, which, you know, not a great spot in history for them. So
No.
that's That's the extent of my knowledge of the Knights Templar, so I don't have any idea.
According to Curse of Oak Island, I want to say it's like, oh gosh, like 1200s to 1600 or something like that. It's been too long. I've watched the show a long time. I've killed
and
those brain cells.
And like, that's like a large group. So like throughout that time, the situation's changed. So like, I don't know what era of Knights would be equivalent to this.
It's
Unfortunately.
Beryl.
There are so many Reddit posts about the Kiseki universe priests and stuff. So.
Are you looking it up?
I looked it up.
It's
yeah.
Beryl.
What did they say? Is there any
But
definitive?
there's spoilers, and I can't look at it.
Okay, fine. I'll look it up as I'm running around looking for people. Where
And I'll
is?
just keep saying it's
Kevin and
Beryl.
Reese. They're just comparing Kevin and Reese together is what they're doing, but okay.
No. I mean, that's just
They're
obvious.
salty about that, apparently. Yeah, I mean, this person's
Why are
like,
people
they should be
salty
together.
about that? They're so good.
Because they want them to be together.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yes.
Their ship. They have to have their ship sail.
You're Vivi from class 4, right? You know, even though he's interacted with her, valid question because of
That's me.
twins.
Mm-hmm. Important question to tell her. Okay. Okay. You got it. Why do you ask?
There's something I'd like to ask you. Queen explains the situation and asks if she was the one who sent Vincent the letters.
Well, now that is pretty interesting.
I'm going to take that as a no.
Yeah, I wish it was me, but I'm having too much fun teasing Lynn to set my sights on any boys right now.
I knew it.
I did buy a grand rose, but not to confess to some boy or anything. Not when I've got a sister to prank.
Thanks. Good talk.
I knew it.
Am I pronouncing that the wrong way? Should I write it down differently? Is it Lindy or Lind?
Lindy is actually, it is.
I'm gonna write that down in my notes.
Yeah. Vivi and Lindy.
Okay.
At least as far as I remember. Maybe I'm misremembering too, but.
I knew it.
What?
It's gonna be Beryl.
It's gonna be Beryl. We deserve each other, and Reed made it come true. We deserve each other, me and Beryl.
Barrel. You're Beryl from class
thank
3,
God,
right?
that's this person.
I certainly am. What do you want from me?
Actually, there was something I wanted to ask you.
Do I seem like the kind of girl who'd be interested in romance? Yes. I needed to purchase the Grand Rose to use it in a ritual. That's all.
I see. Answers my question. Now I'm wondering what that ritual she mentioned is all about. Well, that's all I wanted to ask. Sorry to disturb you.
Sometimes it's good to be disturbed. Good day to you.
I've asked all 3 girls the Florist told me about, but none of them seem to have sent the letters. Guess the trail's gone cold. I should report back to Vincent.
Plot twist, it's the shop owner.
I think it's the serving maid person. That was sent to watch over him.
Maybe.
Oh, what's her name? Sophia?
I forgot.
Something like that.
Safara?
Saphira. I don't know.
Saphira? Yeah, something like that.
Saphira's a dragon.
Saphira is a dragon.
Sure.
Have you not read Aragon?
I don't think he has.
Yeah.
I was about to be like, dude, you need to go read it now.
Dude, I read that like 15 years ago.
And
I don't remember.
I need to reread it.
Apparently.
I got the reference. I got the reference, and I only read 2 books from the series.
Yeah, it gets pretty crazy. I really liked Brissinger was really good. Inheritance was actually like it started getting really crazy.
The rest were all fun.
I only read the first one.
Yeah. I liked through the third one. Yeah, the fourth one starts getting really crazy. Like, what the hell?
I was angry at the end of that one, but yeah, no, it's all good books though. They're just a bit
We don't talk about talk about the movie.
The movie.
So if you don't take the movie as being like with the books,
Story,
it's somewhat enjoyable.
Yeah.
But when you read it as a whole, it's
if
like
you haven't read the book.
yeah,
Yeah, but
if you know anything about it,
it's not good.
Yeah. Which was my problem. I didn't read the book before going to see the movie, and it's because of that I am now a staunch believer in reading the book before going to see the movies.
It's just better. Yeah.
So, anyways.
Tell me, did your investigation prove successful? Wait, don't tell me. Have you brought our mystery woman here? Oh, be still my beating heart.
Yeah, about that. I wasn't able to find her in the end.
You cannot be serious. Did you ask the florist we discussed?
I did, and I spoke to all 3 girls who purchased Grand Roses. None of the reasons for doing so had anything to do with you. I can go into detail if you'd like.
It matters not. If they do not concern me, then they are simply not my concern.
Yeah, that checks out.
Ask the florist for any boys who bought the flowers.
I'm sorry that it wasn't any help.
Do it.
There's one thing I'm curious about. Where could a girl get a grand rose if she didn't go to the florist?
There's no way to tell. Perhaps if the Grand Maiden is noble, she could have had an alternative source. However... Uh-oh.
Anyone want to take a guess what character this one is?
She's an old lady.
Nope.
She's a peasant lady.
Hoarse voice.
It's an old man.
She's a smoker. It's a guy.
I think it's an old man. Is it the butler?
I think Mira voiced this character. Could be mistaken.
Horse?
Well, bad description of the voice.
Okay, until we figure out who
Because
it
translation.
is, Horse is gonna be, my darling Vincent, I found you.
That's what I'm saying in my brain.
My darling
What
Vincent.
the heck? Oh, dear.
This
I don't
person,
remember
we
the
never
voice
got
I've
to talk to
done for
her because
Didn't I give her like a pompous voice or something? I don't remember.
I don't think we actually spoke to her. I think we skipped her over.
Did we skip her? I remember mentioning that she
What's her
was going
actual
to be... I don't remember what her character's name is.
I thought we had her talk. Yeah, I thought we
She
briefly
was
had
in the
her
scene, but I don't
talk.
think she talked inside the scene.
I thought she said like one line.
Yeah, I thought I talked to her because I wanted somebody to meet her. I know I showed her in the camera because she was in the cooking class.
Yeah.
And I thought we talked to her, but maybe we didn't. Maybe I'm just misremembering.
If we get her name, I'll tell you.
Anyway. Said this. State your business.
Do we have a margarita?
Marguerite.
I don't think we got her name the first time we talked to her. If we did, we may not have. I may just be misremembering.
For some reason, my mind, like looking at the picture and thinking of the voice, my mind immediately thinks of like the typical voice that one would say goes to a character named Bernice.
No, she's not on a
You know exactly the fact that you chuckled. You know exactly what voice that goes for.
Well, her voice was described as hoarse.
Mm-hmm.
And we haven't given her a voice yet. I feel like I have to stick with it.
You do you.
That is up to you.
I don't know. I don't remember if she ever talks. I think she does, but I could not tell you what her voice is.
My cookies I just baked ended up far more delicious than I ever could have imagined. So delicious that they could only be destined for the lips of my beloved, my elegant, dashing, darling Vincent.
What could have possessed a person to approach another one out of nowhere and say such befuddling things? Furthermore, I do not have even the foggiest idea of who you are.
Oh, but you do. What if I told you that I was the Grand Maiden all along?
No way. I love that.
I can hardly blame you for being speechless with joy. My real name is Margarita Dresden. The lovely grand roses I attached were grown by my family.
So that's how you got them.
If you're a part of Baron Dresden's family, then could it mean?
Oh, so you know the story? Your suspicions are indeed correct. I, Margarita Dresden, hail from the same family line as the lovely Grand Maiden herself.
It all adds up.
Inconceivable! How could you, of all people, be related to the Grand Maiden?
When her beauty pales in comparison to your own, look, darling, we're already completing each other's thoughts. And yours are oh so sweet.
Oh, that way you said that made me uncomfortable. I was I instantly just had like a shiver down my spine. I was like, no, don't say that. No.
Thank you.
Bear in mind, I have played this game. I knew this scene. I've seen this scene. But the way you said that just made my spine. No.
Okay, I found out where she was.
Thank you. I'm having fun.
Oh.
I need therapy.
Yeah, that shiver you get going down your spine where you're just saying no, no, no. That's me with the hag voice. Anyways. Yep, no. Anyways.
I had to get you back for doing it to me.
Hey, no, this is my revenge time. Excuse me, sir. Anyways, next line, please.
Yes. Please.
You said couldn't have been further from my actual thought.
Hee hee. Even when you're shy, you're still so wonderful. Seeing the surprise on your handsome face made me waiting to reveal my name entirely worth it in the end. Now, my beautiful Vincent, it is time for you to reply to my love letters. Will you enter a relationship with me? You may choose one of two replies. I would be delighted, or there would be no greater honor.
Sorry. How many options did you say you were giving him?
This woman could hardly be more different than the Demure maiden her letters made her out to be. Really? Demure? Really?
Demure.
Really?
Demure.
Demure.
My only answer for you was a resounding no! Now be gone! And bother me no more!
So, that's how it is. Oh, just when I think you couldn't be more adorable. To think you're the sort of man who hides his true feelings away.
I beg your pardon?
There is no need to fear. Please, have one of these special cookies I prepared. One bite, and you'll no longer feel the need to keep your innermost longings out of public view. Hee hee hee.
Don't tell me you mixed something into your cookies.
I hate the thought that I just had. I hate the thought that I just had. I hate the thought.
Oh,
that
I think I know exactly what you're thinking now.
That I just had.
Oh my God,
I hate
yeah.
the thought that I just had. I hate the thought that I just had. She seems like the type 2 as well. Ugh.
Oh, but that is for me to know and you to find out.
Stay back! Do not come any closer! You don't just stand there! I need your aid if I'm to survive!
I have no idea how to handle a situation like this either.
Hee hee. Don't worry, my darling. There may be a slightly...
All right, hold on, please. Let me compose myself. Okay. All right, good that our thoughts are correct, Xander, huh? Anyways, let me get through this sentence.
I just we went up to her in the previous scene. We've encountered her, and then Ghost was like, "She's an interesting character." Turns around, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. And he walks out of the room. We didn't talk to her at all.
Okay, that's fair.
Cool.
I told you she's an interesting character, didn't I?
And then you walked
All
away.
right.
Yep.
All right. Okay, I can get through this sentence.
There may be a slightly bitter aftertaste, but it will all be worth it in the end.
Oh, thank God, Sarifa.
Yep.
Who's the cool voice?
The maid, or the lady that is looking after him. I think we talked to her.
Go ahead, D.
Oh.
She was in the scene
Higher
with
cool
Vincent.
voice? Oh, okay.
Unless this is me again.
Don't think so.
Hold.
It might have been.
Hold.
I mean, I'm holding a controller.
We got through the sentence.
I told you she's an interesting character, didn't I?
Yeah, and doing things that are highly illegal, anyways.
Yeah, that's what makes her interesting.
I just saw that scene like 2 seconds ago.
Yeah, I told you she's an interesting character. I didn't say how interesting or in what ways.
Uh-huh. And the verdict is...
The verdict is D is still searching.
Mm,
I'm letting the scene play out for a second so I can figure out who was speaking.
gotcha. I'm so glad that I can do the gravelly voice without hurting my actual voice.
That's actually very helpful for you, yes.
Yeah, it's very good. Also
Well,
helped
like-
that I was drinking water constantly.
Well, it's like,
That's
what
good.
was that one voice that I had in Zero that you guys were like, don't hurt yourself? And I was like, oh, it's totally fine for me to do this voice. Like, it didn't affect me. I don't remember whose voice that was.
Shout out to my Batman voice that actually I couldn't do for very long.
Yeah, but I had like that really kind of gravelly voice that was like this or something around here. And I was like, nah, it doesn't hurt me in any way because I'm not.
Well, you were also sick at the time.
Well, yes, I was kind of upset, but like I can still
no,
do
she didn't
that
talk
voice.
last time either. It was just him and Mint who talked last time.
Okay, there you go.
Okay. I've been looking for you, Master Vincent.
Sharifa!
You were close with Saphira.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Dare I ask what you are doing in a place like this?
Sharifa, I beg of you, please, free me from this terrifying situation!
If I recall, you are my sweetheart's darling maid, are you not?
So this is the Sarifa he mentioned.
As much as I hate to interrupt the situation at hand, I am afraid I must. Master Vincent, your presence at the upper class dorm is required at once. A delivery of the utmost importance from Count Florald awaits you there.
I see. Then I have no choice. I must go at once.
But
These cookies are a present from Master Vincent, are they not? In that case, may I ask you to leave them in my hands for now? I will make sure he enjoys every last one of them later.
well, if you insist.
It seems as though Master Vincent has roped you into this nonsense as well. Hopefully this can dull some of the pain that this annoyance has surely cost you.
Thank you.
With that, I wish you all a good day. Let us go, Master Vincent.
Indeed.
Off camera, she slaps him on the head, like, what were you doing?
That maid may prove to be quite the obstacle. But no matter, there shall be plenty of opportunities to woo my darling from here on out. I believe it's time to get started on a new batch of cookies.
She just puts a little belladonna on No.
Just a little bit.
Well,
It's one of two
today's been full of unique encounters, to say the least. Instant request is over and done with. As is
Either
our
it
time
was
for today.
drugs or it was other
No.
drugs.
It's not drugs. It's not drugs.
It was other things that extra.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which could also be drugs. So
She put a lot of herself into those cookies. Let's just leave it
also
at that.
that's also a gross thought that I hadn't actually thought of. But yeah.
I think that's exactly where Xander and I went immediately.
Oh dear.
At first thought, that
Alrighty. Thank you guys for hanging out and watching. I appreciate you. We're gonna go raid Lost Initiative. Thank you guys for watching. We will be back tomorrow with D&D. And we will see you tomorrow. Bye.